Hey, what's going on, guys? I am Jake from today's iPhone.com. I apologize for that weird sort of buzzing noise that you hear in the background. The air in this building, in my room, is very strange and I don't exactly know how to turn it off, but I will figure it out eventually. Hopefully. But let's just jump right into the news this week with the most solid evidence for an iPhone 5 release date that we've had so far. Now, there's an image floating around the web that is apparently a leaked internal Best Buy memo to managers letting them know that on October 21st of this year, they have to be in stores at 6 a.m. to install an Apple fixture. Now, other than the fact that this perfectly lines up with the rumored October release date of the iPhone 5, it's very strange because usually when Best Buy employees have to install something like a fixture for a company or something, they have to be in the stores at 7, not 6. Now, if you take the added level of secrecy that comes with, being earlier in the morning, and mix it with the fact that this is an Apple rumor, it's obviously led many people to believe that this is when the iPhone 5 will go on sale. Now, it is also possible that this memo could refer to the new iPod Touch line, which is supposed to come out sometime around then because of the annual music event that Apple holds in September. But with the delay of the iPhone 5 up until this point, it was supposed to come out in June or whatever, it's missed its yearly anniversary, so it's way overdue to come out, and most people believe that Apple will announce the iPhone 5 at the September music event with the new iPods. So it could be the iPods, it could be the iPhone, or it could be all of them. Now, like Cam said in the article, it's not definite that this is referring to the iPhone 5, but it seems pretty sure now that something big is going to happen on October 21st. What do you guys think it'll be? Are you hoping for some new iPod Touches, some new iPod Classics, or the new iPhone 5? I'm gonna go ahead and take a wild guess and say that most of you want it to be the iPhone 5, but just leave a comment down below letting me know your thoughts on this latest release date rumor. Okay, moving on, we have some interesting rumors about the iPhone 5 form factor this week. Now, the guys over at 9to5Mac did some digging around the PhotoStream online application, and they found a small, tiny pixelated image of an iPhone that's, just an icon used in the text, but the iPhone does not look the way that the iPhone looks. The icon depicts an iPhone that looks to be a little bit shorter, a little bit wider, and have a bigger screen with an elongated home button. Now, keep in mind that this is official Apple documents, so it's not like somebody just drew the iPhone and put it on the web. It's more likely that somebody at Apple just drew the iPhone and put it on the web, which of course could mean that this is what the iPhone will look like. Now, 9to5Mac was so intrigued by this little pixelated icon that they actually commissioned a mock-up to be made of the iPhone 5 based on the specifications that they assumed were correct from the icon. Now, this device features a 3.7-inch screen. It's slightly shorter than the iPhone, and it does have the elongated home button, and it actually doesn't look that bad. I've been kind of reluctant to believe some of the rumors about a totally new form factor for the iPhone 5, just because I've really grown to like and know the current, candy bar style of the iPhone. And even though this one's a little shorter and is not exactly the same, it's not awful. Now, that little pixelated icon on the PhotoStream online application wouldn't really mean very much at all, except for the fact that it's not the first time we've seen it, or something like it. Now, if you guys remember, a couple months back or so, Apple.Pro leaked what they claimed was an iPhone 4S, and it was running Apple diagnostic software. It looked just like an iPhone 4, but they claimed it was a 4S. And their evidence for this was the fact that when you plugged it into iTunes, the icon that showed up for the device wasn't an iPhone 4. It actually looks remarkably similar to that little pixelated icon that we are seeing on the PhotoStream application. At the time, nobody thought much of it, but combining these two fairly small leaks makes one pretty significant idea of what the iPhone 5 could look like. Alright, so this next story is kind of crazy and kind of unbelievable, but apparently there is an iPhone 5 floating around out in the wild because an Apple employee left it in a Mexican bar. Okay, so the story goes that some guy found an iPhone 5 in a Mexican bar, and I guess he didn't really know what it was or how much it was worth, so he sold it on Craigslist for $200. And since that time, the San Francisco Police Department, or Apple employees impersonating the San Francisco Police Department, have gotten involved, have interviewed the people involved, but nothing's turned up. No pictures, no video, no iPhone 5. I'm just having some trouble believing this. Now, it's very strange because this rumor is coming out of CNET.com, which, if you don't know, is owned by CBS, and they're a huge tech website, and They're usually very, very reliable. So it's definitely confusing. I'm not sure exactly what to believe. But if an iPhone 5 is lost in a bar, that's kind of insane. Apple, what are you doing? You have to have some sort of security to stop your employees drinking with unreleased Apple products. Alright, and finally, I have some news for you on the whole AT&T T Mobile merger. Basically, the news is that it's not going to happen. Basically, the US government was worried that combining the second largest carrier in the country with the fourth largest carrier in the country would create a monopoly, which would lead to unfair high prices for customers and, you know, reduce competition. But it basically just means that T-Mobile will stay T-Mobile, AT&T will stay AT&T, and people hoping for an iPhone on T-Mobile as a result of the merger, you might have to wait a little bit longer. There are some reactions from AT&T guys and FCC guys over on the post Add Today's iPhone, so if you're interested, you can go check those out in the link below. Alright, well that's all the big news for this week, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I'm aware that, you know, the sound is annoying in the background and the lighting isn't perfect, but it's my first video here. I'm just getting used to it. I'm feeling things out, and it will be better next week. As far as the background goes, it's still a work in progress. I hope you guys like what's up there as of now. You guys made some valid suggestions that I unfortunately couldn't fulfill. I'm sure there are websites out there that can suit your needs better. Anyway, if any of these stores I talked about this week sound interesting to you and you want to check them out a little bit further, maybe read some follow-up information, the links to everything I discussed is in the comments, in the description down below. If you want to chat with me a little bit more about anything, you can follow me on Twitter at TIPJake. I try to answer everybody that tweets me, so if you have something to say, the best place to do it is there. And for more news, views, and reviews, definitely head over to today'siphone.com.